Hello, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wing. I'm doing a psychic tarot reading for you, tuning into the day's energies, seeing what divine messages of guidance come through. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Thank you. What's hidden from the viewer? Thank you. Outcome and okay, there we go. All right, let's turn these over. See what we got here. Okay, so as the overall energy of today's reading, we have the Star in reverse. This feels like hopelessness, feeling stuck, feeling... When I've been in energy like hopelessness, despair, if I'm seeing sailing and then you're out in the middle of the ocean and there's not a single wave, no wind, and the water is glass, and so there's no movement, there's no promise of movement. It's stuck, feeling very hopeless to change a situation. When I'm in this energy, the thoughts that come in when you're in the vibration, the frequency of hopelessness and despair, you attract very quickly thoughts that say, you've always felt this way. This is the reality. It's tricky energy and confusing. And when I'm in that energy, I sit with it as best that I can. Don't try to escape it or push it away. Resistance is like glue. And so I use my tools and I sit with, hold space for myself and feel the feelings. Allow the energy to process through my body. Crying helps, but a lot of times this hopelessness and despair, I can't even cry. I feel so kind of stuck and unable to move energy. What's interesting as a reader and as someone who has held space for a lot of people in this position as well, is you think the person coming in for the healing, for the reading, is like, get me out of here, escape, I don't want to be here, let's get us out of here, help me get out of this energy. What works, what I have found what works, is staying and holding space. Believe it or not. You're here, you're in this frequency, so let's examine it. Let's make it so you can have this energy. Because resisting it, it will just follow you. So how can you sit in this energy? How are you feeling it? Where are you feeling it in your body? What sensations do you have? Be as present as possible without creating beliefs like, I've always been here and this is done to me. Those are beliefs. Those aren't helpful. What is helpful is being present with yourself, holding space, not abandoning yourself, not numbing out, not running away from this, but sitting with your body. I'm here with you. I've got you. This hopelessness and despair is very loud. When it's loud, then something is trying to communicate with you. So listen. What is that trying to tell you? Where's this coming from? Is it coming from... It's always coming from within you. Someone might trigger or activate an energy, but it's all you. So when is it coming from? Is this coming from a time in your life where you felt hopelessness and despair, pushed it away, ran away, couldn't sit with the feelings? Once you learn how to sit with uncomfortable emotions and process them in your body, be present, that's where all your power is, in the present. You become more emotionally mature, independent, understanding of yourself and others. So can be a very powerful card, a powerful place to be in hopelessness and despair. And learning from that energy. Get curious. Why am I feeling this way? All right, I think we've got that. I'm also getting that this is South Node. If you've been in this energy for a long time, chronically, it's trying to come up to be felt, to be released, so you can work through it. But I'm also getting you might be stuck on your South Node in lesson, trying to fix chronically something that you can't fix. And by tuning into your North Node, your North Star, what's for you, and moving towards that and getting off and out of lesson might be helpful for some. Wow. All right. What does the viewer need to know about the star in reverse? Why is it showing up today? Karma. Lessons. Tell me more about these lessons. Queen of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so the Queen of Pentacles upright is focused. She's learned how to train her focus on what she wants to create, her North Node, what she wants to bring out of imagination and into the real world. So she can touch it, feel it, taste it. So that it looks like you might be projecting out from your hopelessness and despair. This feels like it's an inside job is what I'm looking at. This is for someone who's feeling this hopelessness and despair, feeling stuck and feeling powerless to control it. You have all the power and control. This is a creative universe. Unless your belief systems say that you don't have power and control. And so then maybe looking at your belief systems that don't align with who you prefer to be. There's something here in the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I'm feeling that feeling that hopelessness and despair, and the people around you who you've been raised around, when they were in this hopelessness and despair energy, feeling powerless to change. Hey. The people around you taught you that when hopelessness and despair happens, to punch down, to make yourself feel more powerful, to get yourself out of this rut. You can diminish someone else, bring someone else down, transfer that hopelessness onto someone else, and then feel powerful. Make someone else feel that pain. So some of you might be stuck in those type of patterns to try to get yourself out of that star reversed energy, that hopelessness. You might just be imagining, I feel so hopeless, I feel so down, and it's their fault, blame. and projecting and wishing and sending negativity in hopes that someone else trades place with you and feels this so you can feel more powerful. I have experienced that does not work. that by projecting that out, it comes back and it just rolls me over. As a creator, that's karma working, showing me that this is not a way to take your power back. This is not a way to heal from that space. Any activity that you have to harm yourself or harm others to make yourself feel better, probably not the answer. All right. Anything else the viewer needs to know about the star energy, star in reverse energy? Okay. What I'm seeing is belief systems, kind of stuck in a belief system that this is what reality is. Your challenge is, as a creator, to change your reality, to shift how you are perceiving the world around you, to shift your beliefs. So what this looks like first is you change within, you change you change your belief systems. I'm responsible for my emotions. Others and situations might trigger and activate my emotions, but they are my emotions to be felt, to be processed, to understand the wisdom behind and what those emotions are trying to tell me. Because sometimes there's wisdom, sometimes those emotions are saying, get out of this space, I don't like this, red flag, red alert. And so listening to your guidance system, what your emotions are saying. Not that this person's bad, this person's bad. If you're getting this person's bad, then don't stay in that environment, this person's bad. That's saying, oh, I need to create distance and separation from this person. This is the wrong environment for me. So can you imagine a different world, a different reality? Can you let go of the belief systems that have you stuck repeating cycles? Can you imagine a new beginning in a new direction? With the Fool card. Speaking of Fool card, the Fool card is in what's hidden. A new beginning. Fool card is the 0 in the tarot and ends with the world. When you're in this hopeless position, what I've found, it's kind of like being in a swimming pool, kind of sinking down to the bottom in the deep end of the swimming pool. When you hit bottom, rock bottom, you can push up and push up in a different direction. That's what this Fool card is reminding me of. So sometimes meeting yourself in the darkest places, in the most profoundly isolated and desolate and desperate, most abandoned places, and not abandoning yourself, but staying with yourself, holding space for those parts of yourself, being present, because at some point in time you weren't able to process those emotions. So you put them on the back burner and they keep coming up to be felt, to be processed, to be dealt with. So you can have a new beginning. Feels like these emotions have been coming up so you can clear them, so you can feel them, so you're not wrecked by them, so you understand yourself in a more profound way, so you can have a fresh start in a new direction, maybe in different areas in your life. For a lot of you, there's some type of environment that's not working for you, where you're doing too much. Feels like recognizing this environment doesn't work. This could be relationship, this could be family, this could be a job. Three of Pentacles reversed. You've got this Queen of Wands energy in what's hidden. This is someone who learns as they go. She's not doing things perfectly. She owns all of who she is. She usually there's, in the image of the Queen of Wands, there's a black cat. And the black cat means that she's met her shadow. At the time that the tarot was created, black cats were considered bad luck. And yet she puts the black cat out in front of her. She's comfortable with who she is. She makes mistakes and she learns as she goes. She also is following her desires and passions. Feels like all this water of desperation, of feeling disconnected, alone, isolated, sad, the star reversed energy, despair, very watery energies. It feels like there's a need to clear that water. That's why this is coming up now, so you can go after your new beginning, so you can lighten your load, so you don't carry all these unfelt emotions and beliefs with you. What's the Hermit reversed in what's hidden? What's the Hermit reversed? Feels like you're coming out of isolation, coming out of a period of time of being alone, finding your way, becoming enlightened. There's some type of manipulative energy here. It looks like it's coming from programming and beliefs that you can't do this, whatever this is. Go your own way. Create a new beginning for yourself. Create a world that you prefer for yourself. It feels like there's a lot of belief systems that you're with you healing and learning how to deal with your emotions and maturing, being able to heal and go after what you desire. It feels like it's bothering other people who, because you're showing like a new route, a new way of showing up. And it's holding a mirror to others who don't have that freedom within themselves to learn something new, to be themselves. It feels like a group of very immature people who stay in that watery energy in a shallow way. They keep passing on that hurt to others to empower themselves instead of processing and healing from that. They just keep passing the buck, passing the torture, the pain, the heartlessness, the hopelessness. It feels like you might have had a bully like this, someone in your family of origin that was constantly countering you, constantly projecting their hopelessness and blame onto you. when they felt dysregulated, this family member would set you up for failure, trade places, make you suffer so they don't have to, so they feel empowered. It looks like someone was doing that to them as well. It all rolls downhill. Feels like growing up you might have been, poop rolls downhill, and you might have been at the bottom of the pyramid here of this structure, and just getting the brunt of family blame. Oh, so you might be the scapegoat of the family. And it looks like the scapegoat, if that's resonating, has taught themselves how to heal, that you're not going to continue with this family dynamic of power and blame and suffering. It feels like you're breaking the chain. Wow. Generational curse for sure. Or generational pattern. All right. In the outcome and advice, we have 2 of Swords in reverse, 9 of Pentacles in reverse, Death card, Emperor, and then we've got the 8 of Pentacles as well. Feels like you were raised in a fog of confusion, told what to do. This is what reality is. This is who you are. This is your role that you need to play. It's not about independence or success. It's about creating codependency and dependency. It's about towing the line. It's about staying in your lane. It's about not evolving and growing, but being a support character for others, dependent on others. You're not allowed to go after what you want, because that would be selfish. How dare you? Even though, wait, so centering myself is selfish, but centering you, in my experience, is not selfish? Feels like who I'm talking to, you're clearing programs and belief systems left and right. Programs and belief systems that have kept you small, kept you dependent, fearful, insecure, confused, scared, upset, sad, trying to figure out why you can't find your own happiness, why this world is so difficult. It looks like with the Death card, this way of being, this established way of familying, relating, this hierarchy, where very few, I don't even feel like the people on top really benefit from it. I think these structures are becoming obsolete. The more and more people become aware and decide not to participate in that structure, free themselves from that hierarchy. It's the death of an established way of being, and you're stepping into your leadership. You're taking the lead by leading yourself. Knowing how to hold space for yourself. How powerful is that? Not needing to pass on anything that you have. Being able to be self-reliant. Understand yourself in a very powerful way. This is definitely having this energy of the greatest power, true power, needs the slightest touch. It's not overt. It's very quiet, true power. And it feels like you're learning how to embody that, how to make decisions for yourself, how to lead yourself. True leaders empower others because they're not operating from their insecurities. They're not afraid that they're going to lose their power. True powerful people lift others. So this becomes that. There's something that you're working on, 8 of Pentacles in the outcome as well. What's the 8 of Pentacles about? What does the viewer need to know about the 8 of Pentacles? This feels like a whole different message. The only way... It does feel like there's someone who's trying to affect that they just can't let go. They can't let you go. It doesn't feel like they are able to affect you. Like they're... I feel like they're stuck in a past rut. They're trying to put you back into your place, but you have expanded too much. You're a very different person. But they're kind of stuck in a cycle. Lack of maturity. They only know this is kind of hammer and nail. They're a hammer. And so they see the whole world as nails. And so I think this person has given themselves permission. They've had practice bullying you, manipulating your life, keeping you small, but it's coming to light. It's coming out. It feels like this person can't affect you anymore. They're kind of showing who they are. It's because you're not complying. It doesn't even feel... As I'm looking at your energy collective, stepping into this Emperor energy, it feels like this person might be coming in just so you can see how ineffectual they are. That they can't move you, they don't move you. It doesn't... It's kind of like... they used to be able to block your car and create blockades. But now it's like a bug in the windshield. They're just, your vibration is so high and you're moving at such a rate that they're hurting themselves. They're causing their own pain because there's a return to sender type of energy, a deflection. You're just not agreeing to partake in this. You've shifted those beliefs. So whatever this person throws your way, projects onto you, it's just right back in their face. Whatever they're sending out, it's coming back. They might even think you're sending things, and they might think that you're in a fight with them, but they're fighting themselves. Stop hitting yourself. But they really are. And it feels like if you send energy out too, it will boomerang back. This looks like a lot of boomerangs. Wishing ill will on others in this vibration. It feels like it's a very sudden karmic turnaround and wapang. Yeah, this person might be thinking that they can block you energetically. It just doesn't affect, it's affecting them. It's having the opposite effect. They can't affect your happiness unless you agree to that, unless you're like, yes, I've got a story and a belief system that I'm dedicated to, that I can't change, that this person can keep affecting me. You can change that belief system. It feels like they're unable, that there's another death card, another ending here. Scorpionic energy, change. Feels like you have definitely changed. And you're now aligned with yourself, happier, going for your North Node. Showing yourself how powerful you really are. And true power only needs the slightest touch. So, hope that's helpful. What an interesting reading. Take care.